for our next comedian. He is not a person who usually does this. He is a writer. Please put your hands together for Matthew Feinstein.
I didn't hit puberty until I was 16 years old. So I looked like a large infant, a very large infant. And I dressed like I owned a vape shop in rural Oregon. It was the full thing. It was Oakley sunglasses, flat bill snapback, chunky skate shoes, even though I didn't skate because I had the body of a potato. And you would be very confused if you were to see me around back then. You might think, man, does he watch MTV or the Disney Channel? When he goes to the supermarket, does he buy vodka or Gerber baby food? Does he hot box his Pontiac for his diaper? The hottest thing I've ever worn was at an ABC party. For the nerds in the audience, that means anything but clothes. And I wore a large black garbage bag, and I used the red handles as spaghetti straps. I looked like a trashy Cinderella crawling out of the sewer. It was hot. It was hot shit energy. I was like the sewer on the morning after Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't know who said that. That's exactly what I was trying to get. Yeah, that kind of reaction. But yeah, so there I was, partying in a sea, an ocean, perhaps, of caution tape tube tops, soda bottle shoes, and Speedos made of dried Clorox wipes. Now, COVID-19 was not there yet, okay? It was nowhere around. But I will say those genitals would not have gotten infected. I mean, it was 99.9%, as the bottle says, right? As what the container says. But yeah, and fun fact, when you wear a hot plastic in a hot apartment, you excrete a lot of liquid. There's a lot of fucking juice in there, you know? And I was like a Panera Bread salad in an airtight. You know how hot they get now with climate change, of course. And of course I got dehydrated because, you know, wet. The water just leapt out of me like an exorcism. And so I ran to the kitchen and I filled up a glass of water and I was choking. I was just like, oh. I looked down and I noticed one of my leg holes had ripped, turning my trash bag dress into a trash bag ball gown. I remember that day vividly, of course, as you can imagine. But I had a math final that upcoming week. I was awful at math. I guess you could say I still am awful at math. And in college, I scoured ratemyprofessor.com to find math instructors with the most one-star ratings from students who cared about their education, and the most five-star ratings from English majors. One professor I had actually confessed that she wanted to be an English teacher, but she decided against it, because after 5 glasses of wine, she already started to slur her words. But with math, she could get away with around 8 glasses before she lost all motor control and could no longer write numbers on the board. And instead of grading our final exams, she stood before the class with those dead, defeated eyes and just went, shh, you get an A. Shh, you get an A. Shh, you get an A. Until every test was torn at her feet like pathetic confetti. Now, I should have been happy, okay? This is like the gold mine of trying to get a professor who does not give 2 fucks, you know? I did not deserve an A. Of course I didn't, okay? But the reason I was upset was because the entire class was less of an Algebra 2 class and more of a class on career dissatisfaction. And that pisses me off, because I took the advanced version in high school when working at the movie theater. Speaking of broken dreams. Yeah, I know, so sad, wow. Life sucks. Of course, that's what, I'm sure people feel good about that. It's a great fact of life. But anyways, growing up Jewish, I tell my friends that Santa wasn't real. Yeah, I was that friend. And I'd ask them, and they'd ask me stupid fucking questions, like, if Santa's not real, why do cookies exist? Because Santa didn't invent cookies. If Santa's not real, why does my mom believe in him? Because she's a bold-faced liar. If Santa's not real, how do you explain that man who kissed me in my sleep last year? Because you don't have a home security system. One kid got so angry, he stripped naked and chased me around his house. And, I wonder how he's doing. I do. After being fired, does he strip naked and chase HR around? After receiving a rejection email from his dream college, does he send the admissions office a dick pic? How many times has he been escorted out of a Taco Bell by security, naked, after they accidentally put beans in his Crunchwrap Supreme? Now, I imagine this is how he would give his dad's eulogy at his dad's. I have no idea if his dad's dead, but just for funsies, let's pretend. This is how this is a fucking role play. It's fine. No harm, no foul. I haven't talked to him. I don't even know since I saw his dick. Okay. Thank you all for coming today. I'm sure my father is looking down, so happy to see all of you here mourning his death. You might think my father is caring, kind, and overall a pretty good guy. But I assure you, my father was a bold-faced liar. When I was a wee boy, I scurried down the stairs like a fucking rat. And I looked under that Christmas tree, and there was a brand new Christmas present. And on the tag it said, "From Santa Claus, XOXO." And for those of you who don't know, that means kiss, hug, kiss, hug. And I looked up at my father and I said, "Papa, who is Santa Claus?" And my father looked at me and said, "Well, that's a fat man that comes once a year to give you a gift." And I looked back up at him and I said, like that man on the telly who was arrested after breaking into people's houses and kissing their children in their rooms. And he was like, "No, more like a sneaky philanthropist." And I know this is hard for you all to believe, since none of you are Jews, but Santa Claus is not real. May my father burn in hell.